Crop and welcome to IgnitED Google Sheets. Today we will show you how to get started with Google Sheets. Sheets allows you to create and edit spreadsheets. The platform is part of Google Drive. It is similar to Microsoft Excel, but everything saves automatically and is accessible on any computer by using your Google login. This video will provide the basics of Google Sheets, such as freezing rows, sorting data, formulas, and dragging to apply formulas. I've created this spreadsheet for my demonstration to look like a grade book. I want to freeze my assignments in the top row and the dates in the second row, and I also want to freeze this column that has all of my students' names in it. So in order to do this, I'm going to go up to View, Freeze, and I'm going to freeze the top two rows to put my dates and my assignment types. And then I'm going to go to do it again, but this time go down to Columns and do my first column. So now you can see that anywhere I scroll, those things are staying in place. So that way, no matter where I was, if this was forever long, you'd have all of your information right where you need it. The other thing I can show you is that you can put all of your students out in alphabetical order by sorting. You see that there's students and they're listed by their last names, but they're not in any particular order. So if I right click on that column and I go sort A to Z, then you see it's put everybody in alphabetical order. That's an easy way just to make it so when you're transferring into PowerSchool, everybody's in the right place. You don't have to worry about it. Let's say I wanted to take one of these, let's say the test on November 11th, and I wanted to see who got the highest score. So I could do the same thing. This is basically ascending and descending. So I'm going to pick my highest to go to the top, and you see that Kayla, Lola, those two got the highest grades. I can also do the opposite and sort A to Z and see who got the lowest as well. In order to go back and undo all those things, you just have to hit Control Z or undo twice, and it will put everybody back in alphabetical order over on this side. The great thing about Sheets is that it's the ability to manipulate data, and it makes it easier to analyze. So as you just saw, I was able to quickly do those things. I can also use the average, max, min, sum, all of those things by putting in a formula. So you select the rows that you want to apply it to. So let's say if I wanted to do the average and wanted to find Samuel's average for my class. In order to do that, if you go up here to the functions, you can see that these are the most popular ones, but you got all of these things that are way above my knowledge of Google Sheets. But you can click average, and then it's asking for you to pick your cells. So I'm going to come over to my first one, hold down Shift, arrow right, and then I'm going to hit enter, and it puts my average in there. Now that's great and all, and that's quick, but the other thing I can do is I can also take this formula, and then if I drag this little corner dot and drag it all the way down, it applies that formula to every single cell in that for each student. So that way each row is also giving your average. If you wanted to pick their minimum score, you could do the same thing. So I would find the minimum between all of these, hold down Shift and down arrow, and hit enter. So his lowest was a 77. So there's lots of different toys that you can do with this. It just takes a little exploring. I know YouTube is a great place to learn new functions. The last thing I was going to show you is if you want, let's say if you're not wanting to name your students, but you need to list all 22 of them without their names. So I've put that first one in, and now if I drag in that corner again, it adds the number with it. So I could drop down as far as I needed to go. And that's a quick and easy way without me having to copy and paste or type them out one by one. That is all that we have time for in this episode of IgnitED Google Sheets. If you are looking for more resources, please check out the links in the description below and more at bit.ly/GastonDigital. Remember to contact your technology facilitator if you have any further questions, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.